Well. Lots to talk about, my friends. Lots to talk about. Liverpool, 3. Manchester United, 0. Arch rivals? Huh, what can we say? What can we say, people? It's one of the best games I've seen in a while. And, new manager, 3 wins, 3 clean sheets. Is there any doubters out there? I don't think so. So let's bring in Mister. Let me see if he's okay. If he's coming on, he's coming on, he's coming on. Let's bring on Mr. JK, the partner in crime, on these streams as well. Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. There you go, Mr. JK. What's going on, brother?
I'm cool, bro. What are you saying?
Happiest man on earth. Let's just put it
Same.
that way.
What a day.
Mate, I'm over the moon, bro. That performance, you know what I mean? It's just one of the best I've seen in a while. I don't know about what you think, mate.
Yeah, yesterday it started off pretty sort of quiet, but then slowly we got into the game. So it was a top game all around.
All right, guys, a bit of housekeeping. Please hit that subscription button, notification button, like button, and all that good stuff. We're going to be talking about, obviously, the game. We're going to talk about individual players. We're going to talk about the Premier League. We're going to start with the Premier League first. Then we move on to Liverpool and Manchester United afterwards as well. I want to talk about, a few of our players, the midfield, the attack, contract extension. That's what we need to do, innit? There's a lot of stuff to do at Liverpool Football Club. So, yeah, just put your seatbelts on, get the comments through, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and all that good stuff. Let's do this, people. Let's do this. So, we're going to start with the Premier League, JK. I thought, there was a few good results. We're going to start with the Arsenal, you know what I mean? Because, a lot of people say they are, the champions elect. What did you think of them against Brighton, Brit, if you watched that game?
You say that again, bro? Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna start with the Premier League, of course, bro. Right? And then we'll move on to Man United and Liverpool. I'm talking about Arsenal, bro. What do you think of the 1-1 draw against Brighton? Everybody's talking about them to be the next champions of England. So,
yeah.
Were you impressed? Were you not impressed?
No, they got a draw. Brighton was sort of at the top anyway. So the 10 men.
Yeah.
It's all right. I think Brighton should have won it then with 10 men because there was plenty of time.
Did you think like Arsenal? Did you think Arsenal was unlucky with the sending off and that? They said that's what destroyed their game because they were 1-0 up at the beginning, and they were pegged back when they had 10 men. Like if it was Manchester City, even with 10 men, you expect them to win that game, innit?
Yeah.
But if you watch Arsenal with the 10 men, they look to struggle, if you know what I mean, and they didn't really create a lot of chances after that. I thought Brighton should have won the game at the end.
Yeah, it should have been a Brighton win, actually, But for me, a draw, 1 point each, perfect. Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, everybody talks about Arsenal, like they're going to win the Premier League, and they bought a lot of players, though. You know what I mean, JK, unlike ourselves. Do you feel like sometimes when you buy a lot of players for a team, and it overstacks obviously the playing staff, does it really affect the team in a negative way eventually? Because those players, they will want time on the pitch eventually. You know what I mean? They don't want to sit on the bench. This is what I said. This is the Arsenal. This is what the mistake Arsenal did this season. I think they bought too many players that could eventually, go mad about not, getting time on the pitch.
Yeah, I think with any team, when you get players who are sitting on the bench wanting to play, you're going to get some bad energy in the unless you got Jurgen Klopp or a manager that actually keeps everyone sort of kosher. I think with Arsenal, you got that centre back from Italy.
Yeah, the one we want.
You got Trossard, another guy who's not a regular star.
Yeah.
But for me, should be starting before Martinelli. Then you got Martinelli on the other side as well, another guy who could get stroppy. For me, you got the regulars in that team. You got the centre backs.
Yeah.
You got the goalie, and then you got Odegaard. You got Rice. Up top, come on. I think Arsenal again never bought a striker.
Yeah.
And that's their downfall. Arsenal and Chelsea both ain't got strikers who are like, say, Haaland, even Jota, So that's their problem. Always getting players like where we got Chiesa in, knowing that we need a number 6-ish, like
Yeah,
Endo.
yeah,
No game time really at all. And
yeah,
last season for me, he was probably one of our most important players. So yeah, it's always I always believe that teams. I don't know who's in charge of their signings. They always
yeah,
go the wrong way. For me, you can straight away say, okay, Liverpool DM, Arsenal, Chelsea centre forward,
yeah.
Man United. Hmm.
What do you
Hmm.
think they Arsenal did that? Like, we know what they needed was a number 8 and a striker. You know what I mean? Just to just to make them secure for the top, if you know what I mean,
Hmm.
JK. But
Yeah.
they chose to go a different direction. They bought more defenders, which they don't really need. They bought,
Hmm.
more midfielders than what I mean than they ever had before. And they got another winger with Sterling as well. All right,
Yeah.
okay. Like sometimes you do need a squad that can win you a league title.
Yeah.
But don't you think like sometimes it's just too much? You know what I mean? And then it could unsettle the team in a way of instead of like having those consistent players that's playing every
Hmm.
week, and then they're not even sure about the starting lineup position anymore because there's players that's gonna probably take their place, and
Hmm.
they might be out for a few games, and
Yeah.
that can be the downfall of a player as well, bro. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
it's good to have competition for places, but don't overdo it, if you know what I mean,
Yeah.
JK.
Yeah. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the only reason, like, look at our team, like Graham Birch, for example.
Yeah,
3 months into the season, last season, that was left.
yeah,
He wasn't really a regular, and everyone was saying, "Oh, we shouldn't have brought him. Let's sell him." Blah blah blah. And I'm
mm,
thinking, look, yeah, probably man of the match yesterday. Well, one of the best man of the match anyway.
mm,
That's football, bro. Like, people don't understand when a guy comes from a different country.
yeah.
It's a culture shock. With that culture shock, he's going to get time to find his feet. And that's what happened with Gravenberch. Holland is down the road, really. But
Yeah,
realistically, then he went to Germany.
we're gonna discuss him 100%, bro. Because he's impressed me. Like he really, really impressed me, man. I thought it's phenomenal. But yeah, 1-1 in regards to Arsenal, I think it was a fair result at the end. Especially with Declan Rice sending off. What did you see the sending off, JK?
Yeah, I just seen a little bit. Yeah, sending off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone kicks a ball like that, you know what I mean? Even if he's flicking it off, is a sending off, you see. It's not like that. Could the referees, said like, you know what, don't do it again kind of thing? Or was it the right decision, you think? Yeah, JK, I can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you.
Yeah, it's the right decision for me. 2 yellows is a red, isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is, I thought the referee could have just, let it go, if you know what I mean. But then again, when you're challenging against Man City, you're gonna get those kind of decisions on a regular basis, isn't it? So expect that, expect no difference. That's why I've always said, like, especially with us, you know what I mean. We used to get some strange decisions when we was
Yeah.
challenging Man City. Now, like Arsenal are doing that, they're gonna get a lot of that as well. So that's why I told Arsenal fans, like, expect these things to happen on a regular basis because it happened to us in the
Hmm.
past. Was it 7 to 8 years? So
Yeah.
yeah. So it is
So
what it
far, so
is.
good for us, though. Like, when you
Mm,
look at the 3 games,
mm,
I can't say one decision really going against us.
yeah.
So it's been pretty kosher so far.
Yeah, because they don't expect us to challenge in it. That's why, JK. You know what I'm saying?
3
Yeah,
wins on the
Andrew.
bounce. Okay.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Andrew says 3-0. Woo, yes, Andrew. Big up, Andrew, by the way. The stadium is now called Mo Trafford. Yes, bro. Yes, Hollywood. Yes, Uncle.
Oh, I
Yes,
like that
Nick.
one. I
I
like that
like
one.
that. Mo Trafford. Please like, share, and
Most
subscribe.
Trafford. What a
I
name.
like, I like that. I like that. I really like that. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if you watch Match of the Day, bro. Do you watch all the
Yep.
games, or do you watch like just
I watched
Liverpool
the
and
Liverpool
Les?
game. I was getting into the Newcastle game against
Yeah.
Tottenham.
Yeah, I didn't watch the Brentford game. Obviously, they won by 3 goals to 1 against Southampton. It shows, Brentford is a good team. A lot of people are saying to us, it was an easy game at Anfield. It wasn't really. I mean, Brentford have a style of playing, and their style of playing is, to win, and they've got a way, to play against every team and give them problems, in my opinion, and
Yeah.
beating Southampton 3-1. I think Southampton, the way they come to the Premier League is completely wrong as well. Because if you look at Southampton, the way they're playing is similar to the Championship. I don't think they bought enough players that's, Premier League level, if you know what I mean, JK.
That's what I think as well. Ipswich, they've tried to buy some players.
Mm.
But for me, yeah, if you're going to come into the Premier League, you've got to get some players who have played in the Premier League. You know, they've got that championship sort of flavour to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's what happened to Luton last season.
Mm-hmm.
They've gone back down and they're losing games after game now. You know.
The problem with Luton it was their lightweight defenders that they had.
Yeah.
I've been like looking at it from a outsider. I looked at it and I said, Luton, they look good when they're attacking, and the midfield looks good with Barkley and that young Arsenal player they had on there, but the defense was just so weak. You know what I mean? They were lightweight. I mean, they were losing the battles they're supposed to win and things like that in defense, and they didn't do that. Hence why teams come at them and score a lot of goals against them, home and away. You expect these teams when they come to the Premier League to be at least strong at home. If you know what I mean, JK. And that's what let Luton down. If they sorted that defensively, if they sorted the defensive side out, I think they would have stayed in the Premier League. But they came in with the wrong way of thinking about it, which is play the same defensive defenders that you come up with, but buy midfielders and attackers which are Premier League level kind of, and it didn't work. The back line is always the one in it. JK,
exactly. For me, when you got a solid back four, then you can go on win on championships, or you can stay up, or as long as you don't leak goals, there's always a chance you might get a penalty, free kick, or whatever it is to win that game. So if you're leaking goals, that's the downfall.
100%, bro. Yeah, man. I think the next game was Everton. What do you think of Everton now, man? Because they look like they lose at home and away, man. Like even to Bournemouth, like 3-2. Like
that was mad. That was mad. I think Everton. 3 games on the bounce, 3 defeats. Maybe that like spending too much money that they didn't have. That problem, they're getting points deducted last season as well.
Yeah.
I think that was like ridiculous, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. But I think they got to make sure they stay up because they got that new stadium next season. You don't want to be playing in the Championship there. You know what I mean? You want to be playing in the Premier League to get that money back. To pay for that stadium, So for me, Everton, what I was saying to 12 yesterday, that Man United and Everton hate us more than we hate them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Because there's some Liverpool fans who don't want Everton to go down, Why? Because it's a Merseyside derby and they're part of the city, But if it's the Champions League final, Real Madrid, Liverpool, them Evertonians are going to be supporting Real Madrid.
Oh, 100%. I'm part of that. I'm not from Liverpool or anything like that, but I'm part of those fans that just say if Everton get relegated, it's good for Liverpool. I don't care. You know what I mean? Because like you just said, they don't care about us. But for some reason, we care about other teams. Why? Like, what's the reason for that? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. If they don't give a damn about you, they even mock us every single time we go to Goodison and all that stuff.
Of course. When they beat us last season, they were partying.
Yeah.
At Goodison.
Yeah. You know what I mean? The friendly derby is gone. You know what I mean? That's what people need to realize. I don't care, if family members support those clubs, but what people got to realize, they mock our 97. And they do it on a regular basis. I know it's not everybody, but still, like it hasn't been stopped. Like yesterday, I got a message that saying like Man United fans are already mocking, the 97 as they always do. It's nothing ever changes over there. So yeah, listen, they sided with Man United. Let them, let them rock. Like if they're gonna go down, I'm not gonna be missing them. I don't give a damn about them.
Like for me, Rooney was the prime example of that. Rooney from Liverpool went on, spent his best years at Manchester. United, that just, I was like, I couldn't understand it myself. As the scouser, he should be saying, you know what, I go and play for Arsenal, for example. Chelsea even, but not Manchester United or Manchester City, either, none of them two, So that tells you everything you need to know about that situation.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, if they continue like this, I think Sean Dyche, I think he's run out of ideas, bro. He doesn't know how to play football other than the way he normally plays. If you know what I mean, This is this boring football that's Sam Allardyce type of football.
The Sunday League type.
Yeah, bro. Like it's boring, man. Like do something else. You know what I mean? Do something out of the ordinary. You don't have to just play long ball football and expect a different result in the games, man. People find you out, and this is the results you get.
But you know what, Fozzie? The Everton have got the same problem as United and say Arsenal, not finding a number 9. Like, look at the 9. They had Rooney, for example.
Yeah.
So whoever comes after that is never going to be as good. You
Oh,
know,
100%.
they got that guy. What's his name? Beto? Is it Beto?
I think better the striker you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, like come on, bro. Like he's getting paid for what really? Like what is he? What does he do? Like has he even scored?
I don't
You
think
know?
so. Yeah.
What who signs these players? You know, you've got to look at the football realistically. There's a lot of people like sporting directors. I bet me, you, Frank, 12th man, Brian, we can get together and form a better team than a lot of these Premier League clubs. You know, look at Chelsea, for example. You give us guys 1.5 billion.
Mm.
What would we do with that? You know, football wise, it'd be crazy. We
Exactly.
wouldn't be getting Mudryk from Shakhtar Donetsk from Shakhtar. We wouldn't be buying him for 80 million. I tell you that now. So for me, the Bowley's problem has been giving the guys the keys to the treasure chest and wasting that money. You know, they have wasted a lot of money on donkeys.
It's so overstacked. That team is unreal, bro. It's unreal, man. He's
It's
giving
unreal.
9-year. He's giving 9-year contracts again. I think like, bro, like relax with that, man.
You know why they do that, Fozzie? Because at the end of the day, I was saying to Frank about players are like assets. So it's like if you're a guy, you're a landlord. The more houses you get, the better it is because the houses are getting expensive more and more each year. You know, and that's like with footballers as well. Even if you're a donkey, you're going to cost 30 million. So like these young guys, imagine 3 out of these young guys all smash it like Eden Hazard did at Chelsea.
Yeah,
they'll go to Real Madrid for big money if they're real good, you know. So that's what they're gambling on. They're gambling on a little bit different to FSG's way of doing it. FSG would pay like a fee of 30 million for Salah, Mane, guys who have sort of done it already a little bit, you know. They played in the Premier League, played in Serie A. But these youth players from Chelsea, they're just starting their career, and there you go. Ridiculous. Bit of a gamble for me.
Yeah, it is, bro. It is 100%. Ipswich, Fulham 1-1. Was it? I haven't watched that, so it looks like
it was 1-1. Yeah.
Game. Did you watch that game or?
No, I didn't watch that game. No, but then again, like Ipswich took the lead, so we were on about defense and stuff. Could they have sat back? Actually, they scored pretty early on, but they leaked that goal to get them 2 points taken away from them. You know, for me, solid back four for these teams that are getting promoted.
Yeah,
I would like you can't go to Man City and sit back the whole game. You're gonna get battered. You know,
no, 100%. Yeah, it looked like Fulham, you know, wasn't top anyway possession wise, but then again, Ipswich had their moments as well. So yeah, 11 shots from Fulham. Sorry, 9 shots for Fulham, 11 from Ipswich, 4 apiece on target. So it's not bad. It's not bad. At least you know with Ipswich, bro, they're holding their own at home, aren't they? They're not. Even we faced them. So the first half was one of the worst performances that we had because we kept on losing the ball to them. They should have scored actually a couple if they had their shooting boots on. But as time went on, obviously Liverpool came to their own, and you know what happened. The rest is history, of course. But listen, Ipswich at home will be tough for anyone. To be fair, mate, it will be tough for anyone.
Their fans are excited. You know, I think because we got them first game, that was like why all their fans were all hype, and we ended up playing on first game.
Oh, 100%, bro. What's the next one? Leicester, obviously lost to Aston Villa. What do you think of that game, bro? Like, you know, Aston Villa, are they going to get back to the Champions League as they did last season, or is it just a Newcastle moment in your eyes, bro?
Again, that lad from Everton.
Oh no, he scored again, yeah. Oh, no,
he scored again. So that's 2 for him this season. He never scored for Everton, I don't think.
No.
So, but at the end of the day, he's sort of replacing that guy who went to Juventus, probably their best player.
Yeah.
The ex-Man City midfielder, Diaz. What's his name? Lewis.
Yeah.
So for me, they replaced him pretty well. Aston Villa don't mess about. I've noticed that over the last few years.
Their owners are ambitious, bro. Their owners are very, very, very ambitious, bro. They don't muck about. You know what I mean? If they have to spend, they will spend. It's not like, you know, like what we face. If they want something, they'll go get it. They don't mess about, bro. They don't mess about.
Bro, they got Diaby in from Leverkusen. Had him for a year. Realised, you know what, he ain't that good. Bailey was probably playing better than him. And what happened? They shipped him off to Saudi Arabia. So they don't mess about these guys.
Nah, bro. No chance. 1-1 with Northern Forest and Wolverhampton.
A
Um,
lot of chances in that game.
it's a lot of chance. I thought there was a penalty in there as well, bro. I think one of the players handled the ball. What do you think of that? Like, is it O'Neill, the manager? Like, is it second season? Like, is it going to be tougher than the first season, or is it just he's as good as what people say he is?
Like for me, they got rid of their best player, Neto, to Chelsea.
Mm.
You know, when you get rid of them type of players, because at the end of the day, teams like Wolves, they need to keep people like Neto, even though he's not even fit all the time. He's still better than what they got, you know. So Wolves, you can't really say. They actually spent a little bit as well. They actually spend as well. You know what I mean? They get all these little gems from Portugal. Them type of players, you know, they're
a bit
into
similar to Brighton, aren't they? They're a bit similar to Brighton.
Yeah,
Players like that,
similar sort of club. Yeah,
they always get those little
Brighton,
gems.
200 million spent.
100%. Let me go to the West Ham game. What do you think of that? Well, of course, you watched that game. What do you think of the Man City performance, especially Haaland, brother?
What a guy, man! Like,
Do you think a lot Liverpool have missed out on that player? Like, because we faced him a few times for Salzburg, as I remember.
Yeah, I think the same as the Gundogan,
and he scored in this as well.
Yeah, like before Pep Guardiola, before Gundogan went to Man City, I'm just surprised that Klopp. I don't know, like Klopp never ever went back to Germany really to buy players. Gravenberch was the one of them, but not really a lot of like. Never went to Dortmund and got one of their players, you know.
Yeah, spot on, bro. Spot on. Yeah. So, what did you think of the other game as well? Tottenham and Newcastle, the one you watched. Did you think like the result was it right, or did Tottenham play better than what they showed?
Yeah, I just watched bits and bobs of that game because I was getting ready for the big game after. Yeah, but for me, I like when Liverpool are not playing. I want all the other teams to draw. Yeah. You know, point each. Not like Tottenham getting 3 points, Newcastle getting 0. I think Newcastle got 7 points now. Yeah, so a draw there would have been perfect just for us. You know, like for me, I always want like Arsenal, Man City to either draw or lose, one of the two, but not to win. And like the same goes for Newcastle and Tottenham.
Yeah, I thought it was a good game. I really enjoyed that game. I mean, it was end to end. There was no like one team resting and the other team going, anything like that. It was I liked it. I really liked it. The thing with Tottenham is I don't think they have enough players, to get them top 4 this season. I don't know about you, but I don't think they bought enough. I mean, to take them to the next level. Because you know what, it's only 1 or 2 injuries with Tottenham, and then they start struggling. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. Who they got? Solanke straight away injured.
Yep.
They got Richarlison up there. I don't know about Tottenham, man. Another team, like they got that Johnson from Forest. Would you have got him? I wouldn't have.
Nah, I don't rate him at all like that, man. He's all right, but he's Nottingham Forest level. He's not really Tottenham level. You know what I mean?
That's what happens with a lot of players. They're pretty shine at lower clubs, and then what happens? The big clubs think, "Ooh, he'd be good for us," and what happens? They sort of fail, don't they?
Yeah, 100%, bro. What about Chelsea? After that win the other week, everybody was saying they're gonna be smashing the league, and Chelsea become Chelsea again at home to Crystal Palace, bro. 1-1. What is that all about, man?
Yeah. Palace, like for me, started sort of rocky this season. They finished off last season real good.
Yeah.
This season not so good. But for me, Eze, what a player. I think for me, one of the good players in the Premier League, especially at Palace. Like Elise went to Bayern.
Yeah.
So he's their next gem after him. So I think this time next year he'll be playing for someone else, just to further his career. But for me, Palace, yeah, fair play to him. 1-1, 1 point, but good result.
It was a good goal by Eze. I really liked it. Curled it around the goalkeeper. I don't rate Sanchez anyway in goal, but he curled it around. I think a couple of players all the way to the side netting of the middle of the goal. And then you got Jackson tapping the goal in. Jackson misses a lot of chances, as we know. We already discussed. Like he's got a contract for another 9 years. I mean, it's crazy, mate. Like, I know what you said about it, but I found it weird, to be fair, brother. Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
but I just quickly like look how many players we've let go for
mm,
free.
yeah,
We let a lot of players go over the time. Ronaldo, Henderson, actually we've got a little fee for Fabinho and Henderson, but in general
mm,
we've lot of players go away for free. And I
yeah.
think Chelsea are just securing that where even if they don't shine at their club, they can get a little fee for them back from anyone. That's why the big contract is there, just to
But
protect themselves.
don't you find that it's crazy, like
It
the
is crazy. It's different.
amount of players they got? You know what I mean? Shouldn't you have a base before you do things like that? You know what I mean? Like, if I was a coach, I need my first 11 first of all. Then I could go around that. You know what I mean? Players that's going to
Hmm.
be challenging for that first team spot. But to me, when I look at Chelsea, they're just buying anyone. Like, there's no structure in place. You know what I mean? It's just buying
Yeah.
for buying sake. How could you spend over $1 billion, but you got no trophy to show for it? You know what I mean? I think they're in the conference in Europa League, isn't it, or something?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
come on, man.
Conference.
Chelsea Football Club playing the Conference League, and then you buy over £1 billion players. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, but bro,
It's,
they
it's, it's
made
not,
them.
it's not very good for football, in my opinion, when you see things like that.
It's not because they're making us pay more for players. Like
Mm-hmm,
that's the
mm-hmm,
market now.
mm-hmm.
You got to look at these clubs who look at Barcelona, for example,
Yeah,
paying 140 for Coutinho was crazy. Where Coutinho was a top player, don't get me
mm,
wrong, but when you really look at it,
yeah,
140 million, it's like, come on, man. And what happened to his career? There you go. You
yeah.
know,
What's happened to Barcelona since? You know what I mean? They haven't
since
recovered
then.
either. I mean,
Hmm.
so Nick says Chelsea cannot win at home. Apparently, yeah, it
Yeah,
is
pretty
what
bad
it
at home.
is. Yeah, but won comfortably away. Genghis says Mo Trafford. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Don't know what's going on today. I mean, where's the gang today, man? What's going on? I need the chat to be, going off. So obviously we're gonna move on to the Man United game, brother. What a performance, bro! What a
Hmm.
performance from the manager all the way to the players, bro. I thought it was just one of those games. I felt confident before the game. I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
I felt confident,
Hmm. I
and
did.
I did say it. You know what I mean? Before the game. In most cases, when Jurgen Klopp is in charge, we play heavy metal football. We don't really, we don't know how to defend properly. There's no structure in regards to that. But since Arne Slot's come in, and I said I like him to you guys, I said it to a lot of people, I really like him. I can see what he's trying to do on the pitch. You know what I mean? Which is like, if you have to play ugly football, you play ugly football. If you have to play passing football, I'll play passing football. If you have to play attacking football, I'll play attacking football. He's
Hmm.
always, it's just different kind of way of playing. And what I enjoyed the most, and I did allude to it yesterday, was when he said after that Ipswich game, we was losing the draws. I've been saying it for years, isn't it, to you guys? Like, we can't be nice all the time. Like, we can't lose battles. I'm sick and tired of players losing
Hmm.
aerial battles when they should win aerial battles, or 50-50s and all that stuff, and jump out the way. And in games, in order for you to win, you need that fear factor, don't you, JK? You have to have that
Yeah.
fear factor. Every team that's won the Premier League, Champions League, every trophy, World Cup, whatever it is, they have that fear factor from their opponents, like Man City have. And I don't think we've got enough of that. We always win the fair play award, and like, I don't want to win shit like that, bro. I mean, come on, man. Like, we're
Yeah,
better
man.
than that.
He's like, I think last season we went into that game a bit over the top, confident.
Yeah,
Where yesterday I was confident we were going to win.
yeah.
Uh, but I think the players are very sort of drained into like the game. They wanted to win that game. Like Jota, for example, Jota on the first goal. What
Mm.
he was doing, like when you watch the goal again, you'll see him. He's pointing behind him. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. So
so
what he done?
yeah,
What he done was he moved obviously inside
yeah,
towards the ball, and
yeah.
he made sure the back post is open. Do you know why that happened? Because if you look at Man United versus Brighton, similar thing happened to them.
Hmm.
If you look at Man United and Brighton, look at both of the goals. The defense were in the wrong, position. One was, the front post. The one behind him is too close to him. So
Hmm.
what happens is the back post is open. So if you look
Yeah.
at Brighton's both of their goals, they score from the back post. If you look at Welbeck's
Hmm.
goal, back
Yeah.
post. If you
Yeah.
look at is it Pedro who
Yeah.
scored that
Pedro.
back post? So it's something we studied. I've noticed, because if Jota is doing what he's doing, telling the ball to go to the left, and he's
Hmm.
running inside to the right, that means that's something we practice, and we never used to do enough of that. And I like that, because what happened was similar to the goals against Brighton. We pushed into the far, obviously the front post, one of our players.
Mhm.
He took about 3 players with him, and the far
Yep.
post was open. So if Soboslai didn't score, it was going to be Diaz that's heading the ball in, and that's
We
what
had 2
happened.
guys there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Crazy. I
amazing,
don't know
bro,
who scored
amazing.
actually. You know when it first went in,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
none
know
of us
who it
knew.
was.
None of us knew because I think the commentator said Soboslai did that
Yeah,
first.
he did. He did. I think. Yeah. So, but I think Sabotala yesterday. Just to want to go on, carry on about him. I reckon he
Yeah.
played real good yesterday.
I said,
Right.
I said it, bro. I said it many times. I said this guy, give him time, man. You know what it is with players like that. Those dynamic players. You know, the ones you expect them to do creativity and score from long range, and the free kicks and set pieces. Taking set pieces from, I'm talking about like corners and all that stuff. Those kind of players, they need time in the team in order for them to be that type of player. Because don't forget, last season he was playing as a number 8, which is Henderson role. You know what I mean? Like running up and down for the likes of Salah and Trent. And it didn't really work because he got tired at the end of the season and he couldn't do it anymore. But now, like if he plays behind the striker, it gives us a more of a threat. You know what I mean? Jota can do all the running up front, but he could be behind him. And gradually, as time goes on, he will take shots, he will take risks. You know what I mean? He will make that final pass, like as he did for Salah to score his goal as well. I mean, this is going to come all together eventually, in my opinion, when I'm looking at Soboslai. Just give him time, man. Let him get confidence. You know what I mean? Like when you go to a team, JK, especially a team that's won the championship, Champions League and all that stuff, and you got big players around that team, especially like Salah, Van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold. It feels like when you come into it, when you're a big player from other side of the pond, like Hungary and places like that, it makes you think like you're stepping into a team full of world-class players. Where do I fit in? And last season obviously he did what he did. This season I think he's gonna become one of those players that's gonna be relied on, in my opinion. I don't know what you think about that, brother.
For me last season it gave Sabata never ever trained or played that position ever. So he ran his socks off. He's probably never been used to that in his career. So he's got that in his tank now. So last season for me was like a fitness. Thank you for Klopp doing that actually. But at the time we wanted to see Sabotalai's goals and assists.
Yeah.
But what we got out of that from last season was that Sabotalai built his stamina up playing that system. This season he's like playing like an attacker football, like he used to play at. Like, so like he's back to his what he's used to. But at the same time, he got that full season last season where he built his stamina up. So for me, I'm just taking that from that, and it looked like he was still running. 88th minute, Sabotson running around like a nutter, man. I was like, whoa, he built that up from last season, that tank.
100%, bro. 100%. I want to speak about obviously Gravenberch, bro. Like a lot of people were, saying he's not a number 6. Well, he doesn't play like a number 6 from what I can see. I think he plays more like a bit of both, if you know what I mean. I think he plays as a number 8, number 6, just like McAllister. McAllister and him are, interchanging in the game. What do you think of him, bro? Like, because I really like the way he's performing in regards to, taking the ball by the scruff of the neck and just running at players. What I said, and as you remember, JK, when we first met on here, I said about Gravenberch, what I said was he reminds me of Jack Wilshere. The way he runs with the ball, the way he manipulates the ball. It's just like Jack Wilshere from Arsenal, if you know what I mean.
Like for me, bro, Gravenberch was the name. Like even though he didn't play for Bayern, he was just a name that a lot of teams would have gone for. United, Arsenal, maybe even us. So he's always had that name behind him, but we didn't really see the footballer within. Last season we've seen bits and bobs, but what done my head in was a lot of Liverpool fans were like, "Oh, when the summer comes, sell the guy."
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like even if you're working as a computer engineer in London and then you got moved out to LA, it's going to take you time to settle in the way of life, the sunlight, the temperatures, whatever it is going to take you time to find an apartment, a house to live in, whatever it is. Footballers are the same, big culture difference between Munich and Liverpool. Munich is a different climate as well, but it's just a culture shock. This is the first time Ryan sort of left Holland, Germany, that type of neck of the woods, and went to Liverpool. Liverpool is a total different city to Munich is. It's a bit same to Amsterdam, bit similar, I would say, Liverpool and Amsterdam.
Yeah.
So big culture shock. It took him time, No player. Haaland is the one guy who came in from where he came from Germany, and even though he was born in England, Haaland,
Leeds,
he was born
Leeds,
in England,
Yeah, Leeds,
in Leeds. So he's sort of his blood is English in a weird sort of way, you know what I mean? But for me, players take time to settle. That's it. You cannot expect a player just to come in and start playing. He wasn't even playing for Bayern.
Yeah.
Gravenberch, you know what I mean? He was just training at Bayern. He wasn't playing. He was just training there. So
do you think we're overhyping him because it's the beginning of the season, bro, or is this his real self what we're watching?
No, I never overhype. I never overhype players.
No, but I'm saying the way he's performing now, like, is it overhyped, or this is the way he really played? When he was playing in regular football back in the day.
Yeah. This is Gravenberch now. The display yesterday was Gravenberch playing football.
Yeah.
It's got like how many years has gone by where he didn't really play football. So we've got to think of that. But what we've seen of Gravenberch this season is Gravenberch as a footballer. There you go.
Yeah, spot on, bro. Like I've said it when people were saying Gravenberch, I said you're forgetting this kid. Like when he was coming through, he was compared to the likes of Bellingham's and players like that, and he was highly rated. I mean, Liverpool tried to get him at the time as well. Don't forget, guys. I mean, it wasn't like we tried to get him just recently when we got him. No. Liverpool were after him. He chose to go to Bayern Munich. He thought like he could be a Bayern Munich. He thought he was that good. He could make it into the Bayern Munich team. You know what I mean, and knock off some of their players. But in Bayern Munich, sometimes you get lost, don't you? You don't know if you're coming or going. He's not the only player that's gone down there. Who felt the same way as well. But what you need to realize as well, that the few years he was there, he was on the bench, so he didn't really get a lot of games. If you know what I mean, he didn't come off the game and played 70 minutes or anything like that. He was always going to take time at Liverpool, and not only that, he didn't have a pre-season last season, so we didn't know his real fitness, what it's all about. I mean, now he's had a full pre-season, which I was a part of. I went to America to watch them, and he looks really good. He looks really good, man, and he looks like a different type of player, if you know what I mean. If you look at him at Ajax, he played similar to what he's played at Liverpool now, which was the double pivot. I mean, him and I forgot the name of the guy that he used to play with. They used to play, in that central midfield, and they used to complement each other. One goes forward, the other one stays back, which we're doing right now with him and McAllister. McAllister is not playing in the top form that he's supposed to be. I know that, guys, but give him time, man. He's just won the Copa America. This guy in the last few years, he's won the World Cup, Copa America. He had no rest, so a lot of us are criticizing McAllister, which doesn't make sense to me. I mean, he's a good player. He's one of the best. Eventually he will pick up and he will be more dangerous. I mean, beating Man United with the team that we had yesterday, and not only that, we was not even in full gear. We was like second gear or first gear, as people say. And we felt sorry for Man United at times as well, because we didn't want we could have walked the ball in a few times. We just tried to take on people along the way just to tap it in. You know what I mean? And we could have had 4 or 5 goals on top of that, but we didn't. And which I was pissed off about, to be fair. I don't know about you, JK. Like, I think Salah should have scored, and I think Diaz should have scored as well. So it could have been like more goals than
could have been more. Just quickly going back to McAllister, I got some stats from his game yesterday. He won the most tackles on the pitch, 5 out of 6. Completed the most passes, 45 out of Liverpool's midfielders, and he also made the second most recoveries, 8.
Look at that.
Silent guy, man. Like, for me, he just silently gets on with his game. McAllister. He's actually better than what I thought he was.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. I never I'm not an overhyped type of guy. Hyping players. Oh, he's great. I let him do. I want to see it on the pitch myself. So for me, McAllister is actually better than what I thought he was. Like, whoa, what a player!
I think eventually teams like Real Madrid will chase him, bro. I'm afraid of that. You know what I mean? I mean, it's the scariest thing when I look at McAllister. You know what I mean? Like, what he's more of a Modric, isn't he? Like Modric for
That type of guy.
for Real Madrid, which is scary. You know what I mean? Because they will need a replacement for Modric eventually. Because I think he's extending 1 year to stay along. So this is what I'm scared of. Like if they start coming in, and Liverpool have to do something, mate. Well, we've got American owners who are weak. You know what I mean? So they have to toughen up. You know what I mean? Like get something on these people. You know what I mean? You're politically always involved in shit. So get something on Madrid so they don't take our players, man. Freaking hell.
Yeah, but bro, I never really thought.
I've never seen it. Go on, carry on, bro.
No, I don't I don't really like McAllister. Could play for Real Madrid. He's that good.
He's that good, bro.
He's that good, man. Like undercover, like he just got on with his game yesterday. I think Szoboszlai and Gravenberch were more involved, attacking wise. But for me, McAllister, I was watching his duels. When he gets stuck in, that guy gets stuck in. Even last season, like people were like not really realizing. Like McAllister is the type of guy. He's very good at closing down in small spaces and getting that ball. He's one of the best. Like I'm really impressed in the way he does that.
Yeah, he's not scared. He doesn't shirk a challenge, scared, bro. He doesn't shirk a challenge. This is why in the World Cup, Messi vouched for him. In the World Cup, he said he wasn't playing. I think he was on the bench or something. And Messi said, in order for us to win this World Cup, we need McAllister in that midfield. And what happened was they won the World Cup because they had the likes of McAllister in that midfield. He's very, very good, man. He's better than what people think he is. And I mean, to me, at the moment, he hasn't had a preseason. Let's be honest. This is why the likes of Salah and him, and I think Szoboszlai is it? They get Szoboszlai was part of the preseason. What am I talking about? Yeah. The likes of him, Gakpo and Salah, not Salah. Sorry, what am I talking about? McAllister. The ones that went to the Copa America, Copa America, all that stuff, and Diaz and the likes of them, they get taken off. They get taken off because they haven't had the preseason. You know what I mean? They only was it 4 weeks they've been with the team, while the other players have been with the team for longer than that. Even Trent, I'm talking about as well, and a lot of questions have been asked why they're always taking them out. Because they didn't play with the team a lot. You know what I mean? They didn't really have a preseason, so you don't want to put them in jeopardy. I mean, they don't want to pick up a hamstring injury along the way because they overextended their stay on the pitch. So this is why they keep taking these players off. But with McAllister, the way people are talking about him, like in regards to the way he's performing, we need to be careful because you don't unsettle players the way we're chatting, because we know what he's all about. Last season, you saw what he's all about, and he will improve. There's no doubt about that. But what people misunderstand with McAllister at the moment, he's playing two positions, which is as a number 8. And he's playing as a number 6. You know what I mean? So if you look at the games that McAllister and Gravenberch play, Gravenberch doesn't really play a lot in that DM position. If you look at majority of his attacks yesterday, he was playing as a number 8. So what happens is when Gravenberch pushes forward, McAllister steps in as a DM. Do you get what I'm saying, brother? And then when it's the other way around, Gravenberch steps as a DM. The only one that's got a free right at the free is Szoboszlai, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So what do you think of these three, bro? Like, do you like these three the way are they better than what we had before, or do we still have to wait until we get that number 6?
When you really, really look at it, these were the 3 guys that we got in last season, and so we got them 3 and the Endo.
Yeah.
So seeing them 3 yesterday playing so well, I'm actually yesterday was the first time I could say that them 3 guys who we bought last season clicked and got on with the game. That's the best performance as a 3 for me was yesterday since we bought them. Like. Wow, what a display them 3
I love that. I don't know about you, but I love the interchange. You know what I mean? I love the interchange. The interchange between players is phenomenal, bro. Like, and I don't think enough is said about that. You know what I mean? I watched the game back yesterday when that game finished, as I always do.
I don't say
it's like all 3 of them rotate sometimes. You know what I mean? And what I liked about our team yesterday, I don't know if you noticed it, JK, is the work ethic. Everybody from Salah, from Jota, from Diaz, all the way down, worked hard. They basically ran up and down. And what I liked about Diaz and Salah yesterday, I don't know if you think the same, it was like watching Mane and Salah again.
Same vibe. They all look fresh as well. They all look fresh. So it was good energy to see, and Slot even said in his post-match interview that about the Jurgen, like he mentioned Jurgen, you know, like we pressed up high, etc. And so it was good to see him mentioning Jurgen, the manager. So yeah, I'm really impressed with the midfield display yesterday. I can't say anything bad about it. Each player did his part. Sabotsalai played. You know what? We've seen Sabotsalai playing before we brought him. The type of player that we brought, that was his display yesterday. Same as Gravenberch, same as McAllister. All three for me. Wow. Respect.
Genghis says, were Liverpool too good though, or were United just shite?
Bit of both. Bit of both. United sort of started the game, the first 5 minutes. That was the best they played. That's it. After that, it was just so. But United, they always do that. Because why? Because the fans are all there shouting and hyping them up. So they start off pretty well against us, but they sort of died out. You know, look at their team. You know, like we was on about which of them players were getting our team.
Not one. I had Nuruddin. You know Nuruddin structure. You know the therapy army from Man United here. I had him here, and I just asked him a simple question like, what's your formation? What do you actually play like? And he was even confused. You know what I mean? He was shocked I even knew like this stuff. Like it's crazy, bro. When you're watching Man United, like a big team like that, can they call themselves a big club anymore? It's been what 14 years now, is it something like that? I don't know, 13 years. I don't know how many years since they won the league or whatever it is. I think it's more. I think it's less than that, isn't it? Something like that. But 11 years, I think it is. So if you're waiting this long, like, and you're watching that team, there's no structure in place, and you got a manager as they have, bro. Like it's a mess, man. It's absolute mess. But the thing is, JK, if they change their manager again, what are they gonna get? Because every manager that comes to them, it doesn't matter if it's a well-known manager or less known manager, it's still the same result.
You know where, like Jurgen Klopp. No matter how much money you spend, how good your sporting directors are, it don't matter unless that guy at the top, for me, the manager, if he hasn't got a clue, you're gonna just be wasting money. You're gonna just be wasting time, and that's what Man United haven't done since Fergie left. They haven't had a manager. Look, Jose Mourinho, for me, top manager. You know, even he went there and failed.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a cursed club, bro. Them and Chelsea. Sorry, they're done.
Sometimes like you gotta like scrap. Just rip the book up, don't you? Start again. Go. If if they did that about 8 years ago, they could have probably be challenging now if they thought smart. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta just clear those useless players, bro. Just get rid of everything. Start again from zero. But the thing is, are the fans patient enough to do that? I don't think so. This is why they're probably suffering more than most. I mean, yo-yoing through the league season in and season out. You don't even know where you're going to finish. At least Liverpool, we know we should be in the top 4. They don't know. You know what I mean, JK? It's madness, man. It's absolute madness. The amount of money that club has spent, JK, is beyond belief, bro. I mean, we're talking about Chelsea. Has anyone noticed about Man United, the amount of money they spend? I mean, they bought was Agate, whatever his name is, from PSG. If he failed at PSG, what makes you think like he's gonna be a success at Old Trafford? Doesn't make any sense, mate. I mean, he struggled in the damn French league, people, for crying out loud. Big up, John Conway as always, brother. Thank you for coming on, bro. Goals from mistakes. United didn't recover from those mistakes. Lazy. Zakizi missed 2 goals. Good opportunities. Yes, Genghis, I agree with you. Like, but if you look at the game overall, like watch it back like I did, brother. Mate, we dominated more than you think. I'm telling you, man. I think we took the foot off the gas a few times. We should have scored clear opportunities in that game, in my opinion. What do you think of that, JK? Like the way he's saying, is it due to Man United's mistakes that we won, or were we that good?
Like for me, they were poor, and we were good. Yep, simple as.
That's exactly what I said, man. Like I said, Genghis, go watch the game back. Then you realize even the goal that was disallowed from Trent, I thought was a goal, but it is what it is. You can't put a hairline offside every single time. You know, I've always said that benefit that should go to the striker always. You know, what I mean, in moments like that. But you know,
Um, I just feel that at that the first goal that we got disallowed,
mm,
Salah, he was in offside position. He got that little touch that
mm,
went to Trent, and we scored. So for me, that was an offside. It was an offside. So yeah,
yeah,
I
but
couldn't really vote.
100%, bro. But I think we was too good. We was too good. I had to look. I had to look back at it just to see if we was that good, and we was phenomenal, bro. Absolutely phenomenal. Gene says, "JK in chat, great result yesterday. Even better watching the, these loudmouth Manx crying. Get that egghead fraud out of my club. Love it. I
Bless
don't want
you.
him. I don't want
Hope
him
you
to
well.
go. I don't want him to go, Gene. I want him to stay. So long may it continue, as they say. Long may it continue. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, people, just get the chats through, man. I'll read all your comments, no problem, man. Listen, I'm here for you guys. Like I always say, I'm representing. There's no more transfer. I know, like it's frustrating, but why can't we talk about our win against Man United, man? You know what I mean? If it was the other way around, there'd be a party until the next game, innit,
Oh,
JK? You know
oh,
that.
bro. You know, like what I was saying. United and Everton hate us more than we hate them.
Yeah.
And if United win yesterday, this international break will be a show about that game yesterday every day from the Arsenal fans. Sorry, the United fans. Even
Mm.
Arsenal fans will be jumping on that bandwagon. Man City, Chelsea, they'll be doing shows. Oh, how good are Liverpool? Blah blah blah. Liverpool are a modest club. That's why I
Mm.
support Liverpool. I like being humble, modest. It's a part of life, being modest and being
Spot
humble.
on.
And
Spot on.
these guys are not that. Man United fans are over the top.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I like the way we are as Liverpool fans, very modest.
Well, listen, we will never change for anything, mate. You know what I mean, this is why I think people hate Liverpool Football Club because we're all together. You know what I mean? Even though we have these moments in social media, people call people out. I don't understand why. You know what I mean? We should be better than that at the end of the day. Um, we're all together, innit, JK? That's why people don't really like Liverpool Football Club because there's nothing like that. That's why everybody,
Yeah,
other club are trying to get an anthem nowadays. You know what I mean? Man United are getting an anthem. Arsenal's getting an anthem. You know what I mean? Why? Because we're the standards. It's not Man United. Liverpool is the standards. Everybody wants to be Liverpool. We don't want to be anyone else.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
mean, we're not copying. Who are we copying? Nobody. We're setting everything.
We set the
I'm thinking,
standards,
yeah.
There's no club like Liverpool. Like we won yesterday. I didn't go over the top with that result.
No.
I just saying, you know what? Top result. Them guys, Man United fans, would be partying until the next set of games after the international break. I'm so happy to be supporting Liverpool because the way we do it, very
I know.
modest, you know. So
Yeah, we're not saying FSG way. You know what I'm saying? We mean the Liverpool way. That's what we're talking about. Gene says, in truth, we didn't get out of first gear as we adapt to slot ball. We can get even better still. Let's go. You're spot on, Gene. Football knowledge at its best, in my opinion, what you just said there. We're not even playing slot football anyway. We're still playing, Klopp's football, but more control and more defensive. You know what I mean? When I see Mo Salah in the right back position defending for the team, things have changed, isn't it, JK? Things have changed. And you see Diaz doing the same on the other side, and you see Soboslai chasing players back to our box. Things have changed, innit, JK? This is what I'm saying. If you look at Liverpool, it's what Mo Salah said at the end of the game when he was speaking to Sky Sports. He said, with Klopp, we love Klopp. I mean, he gave us everything, but players got too comfortable. I mean, like when you're hearing the same thing every day, it becomes comfortable, innit, JK? Because you're never going to change. When you get fresh ideas, this is why Ferguson was the best. Why? Because every few seasons he changed his first team coach, didn't he? New fresh ideas, different to other teams that he had, and that's what you need. Great managers last because they change their coaches on a consistent basis, and this is what we don't do at Liverpool Football Club. We've been playing the Pep Linders football for far too long. You know what I mean?
Far too long.
But far too long, because it became stuck. The players were confused. The players, were too relaxed. And now you look at them, they're more confident. They play as a team. They fight for each other. Look at when Martinez took out Soboslai. Look at Van Dijk said to him, "Do it to me." You know what I mean? Come and do it to me. And Martinez, start mouthing it off and said to meet me around the back. And Van Dijk said, "I'll be there." He didn't turn up. You see, this is what I'm saying. This is the team we need, guys. I've always said it. An individual can give you moments of brilliance, but a team is what wins you titles. And this is what I've always said. If we go back to that, we'll be brilliant, man. And I think we'll be challenging for the title this season. Just, international football might destroy us again. A few injuries might happen again, unfortunately, but it's how we come out of it. We've got Nottingham Forest next game. Let's see what's going to happen. So what do you think of that, bro?
I wasn't a big fan of Pep Linders.
No, me neither, bro. I'm more of a Bubic guy than him.
Never really liked the guy. Would he do well at Salzburg? Maybe. But for me, him doing that book was, well, him just writing a book, I just didn't really like him writing a book.
Nah, bro, it's just messy, yeah.
He could do that book when he retired. Carry on, lad. But for me, I wasn't a big fan of his. And I think a lot of people were a big fan of his.
Well, Jack, I want to ask you a question, bro. Let me just read this message because I don't want to leave people out in it. Live an adventure. He says, all three players were great. He's talking about Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberch. That's what he's talking about. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I want to ask you a question. Yeah, why us as older fans? Yeah, and compared to the younger fans, why are we so far apart? Why is it us that says Linders was never the one? It was, Bubic that was better. If Bubic had time, he would have got it right eventually. Sorry about that, guys. I have to go to work soon, innit? Why are we always so different? You know what I mean? Why is it us that's argued about the DM and the centre back position, but the younger ones don't argue? Do you get what I'm saying, JK? Why are we so far apart as a fan base in that? If it makes sense what I'm saying, I don't know if you was a Bubic guy, were you, or more of a Bubic than a Linders? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because why I like that Bubic guy is because we didn't really notice he was there. Where this other guy,
bro.
Where this other guy, God, he was too much. He was too much. He was just writing books, doing this, that, and the other. He was getting too much. Oh, I'm here. Notice me.
Because he wanted to be a manager, and that's why.
Yeah, and for me, in the way he kept on being a smart aleck. I'm not a big fan of smart alecks, and Pep Linders was one of them type of guys. Notice me type of guys. Didn't like the guy. And I'm so happy that he's actually gone now.
Because in my opinion, he was never there for Liverpool Football Club. He was there for himself. He's the kind of guy that, although Bubic will say to Klopp, stay, man. Just work with Michael Edwards. You know what I mean? Maybe we could get better. This is the kind of personalities I'm trying to give you guys. You know what I mean? With a brain versus Linders. Bubic would have told him straight away, Klopp, relax, man. We'll take care of the rest of the football. You have a rest. You know what I mean? He would have advised him like that. As for Linders, he would say, "Yeah, let's get out, let's bail out, man. Let's take all the players and staff and everybody else with us, and let's get out of here." That's the kind of thing that I'm trying to say. That's the difference between him and Bubic. You know what I mean, JK? And with Linders, he always wanted to be a manager. Hence why he's always taking the limelight. That's the difference. And listen, like I said, a lot of the older fans can see that, but the younger fans can't see that. You know what I mean? No, a coach. That's what he was. He was Klopp's right hand man. No coach brings out books like that, giving the system away as he did. Because as soon as he gave that system away, the team wasn't the same anymore. Let's be realistic.
There you go. You knocked the nail on the head there, bro. As soon as that guy brought that book out, giving little secrets away and just acting like a look at me type of character. You know what? A lot of fans didn't really go over the top and sort of dissed him. We let him do what he did. But for me, too much. Bit too much of a smart aleck. Like writing books, man. Like, why was he doing that? You know, why was he doing that? Come on, you know.
You do that at the end of your career. You don't do it during
Exactly.
your career, do you? Come on, man. Let's be realistic here, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
You do
madness,
that at
man.
the end of your career. You know, as soon as your career is finished, you got grey hair. Carry on. Write how many books you want, bro. But all in all, for me, not my cup of tea.
Same here, bro. Never was, man. I never praised him. I don't. Have you ever seen me actually talk about him? I hardly
Never.
talk about him because it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, he only won on the back of Bubic's hard work. That's what he went through. I mean, he took Bubic's limelight. That's what he did.
That's
I
what he
mean,
did.
please go and subscribe to Uncle Roz, please, guys. Please go and subscribe to Uncle Roz. Doing great work in his channel. Obviously, he's a part of this channel as well. So please go and subscribe to him. One of the best in my opinion, if you ask me. Let me just go there. Lives and Adventure says, I think we made the most of mistakes they made, but we were better. Ease up a little bit. I did think maybe Endo would get some minutes at the end. I thought that as well, bro. He looked pissed off when I think Slot went up to him, didn't he? He tried to give him a cuddle. I think he tried to push it away a bit. Um, if you look back at the game, I think we was better than what people think. I swear, no lie. You know, when you're watching a live game, guys, yeah, you get lost in the moments, in it. But if you watch it back and you just study it thoroughly, then you realize Man United got battered yesterday. Have you noticed that, JK? Like, even in our bad times, bro, we didn't get, battered by Man United like we did to them.
Like over the look at that.
Even the 90s, even I include the 90s when they were at their best.
They never did what. Like, yeah, look at that. You know, when you're that 7-0, that result yesterday, that
Yeah.
5, the game where Kiate,
Yeah.
yeah, that game, for example. So for me, there was a lot of games where we actually battered them. So for me, well, yeah, under Fergie, I didn't really feel that them batterings, you know, that 7-0, where even Darwin, where he got 2 goals.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't really feel that vibe where we got battered, like in the way that we battered them. So away you go, man.
Yeah, spot on, bro. I was thinking that, like, I was thinking that yesterday. Like, I remember the 90s. I could never remember them battering us, even at their best, under Roy Evans and managers like that. You know what I mean? We always gave it our all. But then again, you look at the Man United team in the modern era. Are they really interested in playing for Man United? I don't think so. You know what I mean? They're here for money reasons. You know what I mean? I keep telling people that. People don't understand what I'm saying. They don't really care about that football club. You know, like, if players want to go to football clubs, money shouldn't be a factor. You know what I mean? You should be going to that football club because it's that football club. It's like what John Barnes said in the past, when players came for the money and, just to get a seat, in their CV, JK, like they play for Liverpool Football Club, we lost a winning mentality. And that's what's happened to Man United, in my opinion. Come on, man. Look how long it's been now. And they don't even challenge properly. Even though they finished twice, like second, but did they really challenge for those titles? They didn't. So, yeah, even buying a guy ain't gonna make any difference. You know what I mean? You're getting rid of a busy midfielder like McTominay, and you're buying a guy like, you know what I mean? So who's the better player? It doesn't. At least with McTominay, even that you don't like him, he was getting you goals. Do you get what I'm saying, JK? With a guy, he's more of a DM. So what are you gonna do? Double pivot like with 2 DMs and then shut up shop? Like, why? What's your formation next? It just doesn't make any sense, man. They're just buying play. They don't even have a striker, bro. They don't even have I don't know what their strikers are. You know what I mean? It's so bad. It's really bad, but it's weird, bro.
Like, McTominay, when he left,
yeah,
I'm going to tell you, like, for me, he was probably the worst. He was probably the best out of their worst.
that's what I thought.
So I couldn't believe, like, he was like, they got rid of him, and I was thinking, you know what? that bad. That crew they had, he wasn't that as that bad, and I couldn't believe. Did you see the vibe he was getting from their fans when he went there?
Couldn't believe it, bro. Couldn't
Couldn't believe
believe it.
it. Couldn't believe it. Wow.
Man. I think I think everything is falling apart from that club, man, and it's not coming back anytime soon. No matter what manager they could get Almiron and whatever. It's still going to be the same outcome because the structure there is just it's bad. It's really really bad. What they need to do is just rip up everything and just start again. You know what I mean? If the fans are willing to go through that, you know what I mean, that's the only way they could do it. I mean, if they want to get instant success spending a lot of money, you're not gonna last, man. You're not gonna last at all. Big up Ends, man. Please go subscribe to Ends. He's a wicked content creator. As you see, his channel is growing. He's consistent. He's one of the best in my opinion. So please go and subscribe to Ends, man. Big up, brother. What do you think of Salah's performance yesterday, bro? Let me just ask you that question.
Wow, what a player! What a player! So modest, down to earth. I'm really impressed in the way he is as a human being. For example,
Yeah.
let's as a human being, really impressed who he is as a character, and I can't believe how good he is. Can't believe it. He puts a shift in at his age, and he was still doing it. He's 32 years old, and he's still doing it. So for me, really impressed even who he is as a character, who he is as a human being.
Yeah.
Big up to that guy. Big up.
Yeah, man. You know me, I've already said like if 150 million came in for him, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't see him signing a new contract because the way these guys are moving, especially Marco Edwards, over 30 players, it's very rare to get long-term contracts in it. It's always, you either go or they give you 1 year extra and all that stuff. What I like about go on, Joe.
No, I just want to say I don't know where we are with him, what he's gonna do, where he will be next year, and as a Liverpool fan, I couldn't let him go. I couldn't let him go. So for me, I don't want to see him go, and he was involved. He's involved in every goal this season. He's been involved in every
100%.
goal. So for me, there's no way I want to see him go next season.
I wish he's always been like that, like the thing that used to frustrate me with Salah is his greediness, you know what I mean? Like trying to score from stupid angles when he could just pass to the far post and someone to tap it in. You know what I mean? That's what I used to hate about him. But now while I'm watching him, like he's creating chances, he's scoring goals, not making silly decisions. It shows, I swear, if he was like this all of his career, I would have said he's probably the greatest player in the Premier League history, probably one of the greatest that ever lived. You know what I mean? He still is, don't get me wrong, in a sort of way of consistency. But if he was unselfish in certain occasions, we could have won more titles than we are on now, in my opinion. That's what let him down, in my opinion, as well. But what I've seen this season, like you said, he's involved in every goal that we scored. And, he's the talisman. And I mean, he's the man of the team, doing outside the foot crosses, outside the foot passes, inside of the foot passes. You know what I mean? Curling in the top corner again like he used to. And that finish yesterday, I mean, a lot of people, discredit that finish because they said the goalkeeper wasn't standing in the right position. No, man. The goalkeeper didn't expect him to hit it straight away. He expected him to control it first, then slow it in. And that's what people misunderstand. I mean, that goal was just, it was brilliant. Honestly, that finish was brilliant, man. And the way he crossed into Diaz to the far post as well. Like, come on, right foot cross, bro. Right foot cross. Are you mad? Are you mad? Are you mad? Come on, man.
Wow.
Crazy.
Whoa.
Absolutely crazy. LP says, new to your channel. It's so far something fresh. Oh, thank you very much. Just subscribe. That's all you have to do. We don't ask for much over here. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Later on, Live Adventure. Sorry, an adventure says. Later on, we We have Real Madrid, City, Newcastle, Everton in a row. 4 high intensity games in a row. Will our midfield cope with that? Go on, Jackie. You could answer that, bro.
Okay. Like the games that we got coming up, we got Real Madrid in the Champions League. You know, we got AC Milan even coming up, and wow, I think I'm really looking forward to that Real Madrid game.
Why? Why are
Like
you looking forward to that?
just to see where we are, and also I'm really looking to go and do them and to actually beat them. And I'm really looking forward to that Real Madrid Champions League game. Just to see where we are, and just to see, I just want to beat them.
Yeah,
I just want to beat them, So for me, just to beat them is enough. I'm really
yeah.
looking to really looking forward to that game.
With with these games, I know they come in fast and all that, living adventure. Um, but this is what I want. You know what I mean? This is what this club is made for, playing these type of games. And if we haven't got the strength and depth for it, it's not our fault. You know what I mean? We've already warned these people. You know what I mean? It's not like we didn't warn them about this. So this will show, in it. This will show, like, if we have the strength and depth as they think we have or not. And not only that, you got Chiesa coming into the team as well, people. So
Hmm.
this is what we're looking forward to, these type of games. Chiesa coming in. You know what I think as well, though? I think Chiesa is going to play as a striker. I don't know. Something's just telling me he's going to play as a number 9 because he could do one-on-ones and his pace as well, bro. You know what I mean? And he's a clinical finisher like his dad. Remember his dad back in the day,
Hmm.
JK?
Hmm.
Is clinical, bro. That's what people don't understand.
Like for me, I'm not like I was saying earlier on in the show
Mm,
about McAllister. He's actually better than what I thought he was going to be.
mm,
Same as him, Chiesa. I haven't got my expectations of that guy, and that's what I love about our club and as a fan base. When you look at Man United as a fan base, them guys, man, Pogba, Sancho, all the expectations, there's a saying, the higher you expect, the higher the more you're gonna fail. So
yeah,
for me, I've never been a high expectation type of character.
yeah,
I let them do what they got to do. Gravenberch, McAllister, Sabotsley, for example.
mm,
No way am I gonna have real high expectations of these guys, because that's the way we as a fan base are. You got Chelsea, you got Man United, even Arsenal. The
yeah,
expectations of them guys as a fan base is out of control. And as a Liverpool fan base, you got George Scott, Frank, you, me, 12 man, Brian, all of all us as a fan base, as guys, we never ever going to be over the top expectations, and so happy in the way we are actually doing because of expectations. But Man United, Chelsea, all these guys always high over the top expectations, and they're always failing. So I'm so happy in the way we are as a fan base, and let's keep our feet on the ground.
spawn, bro. I agree with everything you said there, bro. I mean, that's why I think a lot of players that normally go to different football clubs come to Liverpool Football Club because they know we'll give them time to settle in, and we've got that patience. I mean, sometimes some players take 2 seasons. You know what I mean? Look at Darwin Nunes. We're still like singing his name. He's still coming on. You know what I mean? And in normal circumstances in other clubs, that player will be gone. I mean,
He'll be
so
gone.
he'll be gone. You know that.
Be gone. Yeah, yeah. Like Darwin still's getting his name sang.
Yeah.
Someone was telling me yesterday. He was telling me that where he came and he
Mm.
was getting sung. When he was getting warmed up.
Yeah.
In the Bournemouth game, people would say like when he was getting warmed up. Do you remember? When Darwin, when Diaz scored the first goal, who
Mm.
was there to celebrate?
Darwin.
Darwin Nunes.
Darwin.
He was there, gave him a hug. I got big respect for Darwin Nunes as a guy. Just not even as a footballer. I like the guy.
He gives it
He
his
was
all,
there
innit? He gives it
celebrating.
his all. He gives it
He
his all,
gives it
bro.
all as a character. He could have gone. He could have gone to Chelsea. He could have gone to a
Yeah.
Spanish team. Yes, this summer just gone. If we really made a fuss about it, even down. Okay, Diaz. I just want to say this.
Mm.
Diaz got 2 goals yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's on 25 grand a week. He takes home. He takes 25 grand a week home. That guy, the energy he gave yesterday and got them 2 goals on 25 grand a week, bro. Man United players are on 350 grand a week,
Believe that.
and they
As
are
Roman
doing that.
says, as Roman Reigns says, believe that. Go on,
Like,
carry on.
leave
Preach. Keep going, bro.
that.
Keep going.
And
Tell them what it is.
Sancho, Rashford, Anthony cost 90 million, yeah? I think God knows what wages he's on. That guy was on the Hubs bench, right? Diaz is on 25 grand a week, cost 30 odd million from his club when we bought
Mm-hmm.
him. And he's on 25 grand a week. And that guy ran yesterday, like that guy was, when you're a teenager and you play
Mm-hmm.
football and you just non-stop
Mm-hmm.
running and you go the next day and you do it again.
You go
And the next day
again.
you're playing every day of the week just to train, just playing football. That's what Diaz is. He's a street football lad. Jota the same. Street footballers. And then bringing it into the Liverpool Football Club. I'm so happy for Diaz yesterday in the way he got them 2 goals. That finish on that second goal. Wow. That is old
The
school.
technique is just people
Oh,
misunderstood
wow.
that goal. It's the
Wow.
technique. He put it in the bottom corner. It actually went around the goalkeeper and went into
Yeah,
the bottom corner. He put it in
exactly.
such a way. It was just amazing, guys. Watch back. You need to watch it back. It was out of this world. But listen, Diaz is getting better, man. You know what I mean? I was one of those fans that saying probably it's time to go because he's not offering me goals. Well, sorry, he offers me goals now and again, but he doesn't offer me creativity. He doesn't even go past the players anymore. But this season he's been one of our best players, probably the best player with Salah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said in the beginning of this actual stream, I said it looks like we're watching Mane and Salah again. There's competition. When Salah used to look across, oh, you're gonna do better than me today? Okay, I'll show you. And Mane
Mhm,
used to look across and say the same thing. That's what it
mhm.
looks to me now. It looks like them two are becoming, causing havoc, bro. They're causing havoc again. You know, what I mean? I love that. And you got Soboslai there, right? You know what I like, yeah, JK. We're not one dimensional anymore, are we? We're not like
Mhm.
one. We have to look one side. Let Trent create the goals, and that is it. There's nothing after that. It looks to me like creativity is coming from every direction.
Yeah.
Even I even thought Robertson played good yesterday. He wasn't like
Oh, bro.
attacking. He wasn't
Top.
like running up and down like he normally does. But I thought
Mhm.
defensively he was brilliant.
He was brilliant, bro. He played, like, for me, that was the best game Robertson and Kanate have played in over a year. I don't care.
Wow.
Like, Kanate also at the last end of last season was a
Mm.
little bit dodgy because Kwanzaa came in and this, that, and the other. But for me, Kanate has looked at Kwanzaa and thought, "Ooh, I need to step it back up and concentrate on my game a bit more." Same as Robertson. I think Robertson yesterday started the game off real good,
Yeah.
and throughout the first, that was Robertson, old school Robertson.
Yeah.
Um, you know what? The only problem I had with Robertson was it's like he would run into situations full pelt, like
Mm.
100 miles per hour, and then miss the ball or whatever, and then he has to come back. Yesterday he was very steady, like really steady, and playing like he did when he first sort of came in. Very steady next to Rob. He wasn't going over the top with them
Yeah.
runs as well. He did it a few
Yeah.
times, but
Yeah.
he concentrated on his defensive work first, and that's
You
what
know,
I like
you're
about
you're
Robertson's
spot on. You're
game.
spot on because I like the way we attacked, the way we move, and all that stuff, guys.
Hmm.
Yeah, but the downside that we need to improve on, hopefully, when Slot gets his football going, is the final third. If you know what I mean, JK, the passing in the final third. Sometimes, in my opinion, we hold on to the ball for far too long. Because
Okay.
if we release it, I think we'll score a goal after that. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that's what I see sometimes. I look at Soboslai, Diaz, and I kept on telling them, like even Salah, like release the damn ball. But even the manager talked about it at the end of the game. You know what I mean? He
Hmm.
did say it when he's speaking to Sky Sports. From time to time, we release the ball, in a bad way. If you look at, he said, if you look at Trent, the way he passed a few passes, he went astray. Instead of like
Hmm.
hitting the player, he went to the opponents and they attacked and they nearly scored. You know what I mean? That's what we need to get rid of. Like
Yeah.
the final
Yeah.
third passes. Sometimes I know you like to dribble and all that stuff, but if you let the ball go, you might get it back on your run and you can slow it in. I mean, that can
Hmm.
happen. But you don't let that happen because you already trying to take on the player. The player takes off the ball, takes the ball off you, and they start attacking, and you don't want that to keep happening. Yeah, the final third, passes has to improve, in my opinion. If we're
yeah.
gonna be that team that's gonna keep, good at keeping possession and all that stuff, bro. Um, Gene says we as elders have seen a different breed of players and games and tactics. These young
Yeah.
guns now stats. Yeah, they're all
Just
about
that.
stats. It's all about
Yeah,
stats.
yeah.
You're spot on, Gene. All about stats
Spot
now.
on, Gene.
100%. I think we look beyond the now. We think about the season as a whole, but younger fans, I think, just think about the current form. Like if things are going well, why are older fans worried about injury? You're
Spot
hundred
on.
percent correct. 100% correct.
Because there's no patience in the world living an adventure,
Nope.
like just in general. So for a football manager to get a year or two is like you don't talk about that. You know what I mean? Because no one's got patience no more. Like when De Boer got sacked by Crystal Palace after 4 games, that was for me the turning point of football in general. I just
Mm,
realised, oh, that guy's got sacked after 4 games. Like, and that's De Boer, De Boer, big Holland, Netherlands football player, him and his brother. And he got
yeah,
sacked for 4 games, and I thought, you know what? How are people like Gravenberch and that going to get a chance? So Gravenberch, this is his second year now, and look at that display yesterday. So the patience from the day he signed until yesterday
mm,
was nearly like a year and a half, whatever it was, a long time.
yeah, yeah,
But finally, we got there yesterday, the destination. It took a bit of time,
yeah.
but yesterday's Gravenberch's display showed you what patience in football is sometimes needed.
100%, bro. Yeah, people, please do me a favor. If you're watching other social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and X, please come to the YouTube channel, subscribe. We're on the road to 2,000. The more views we get on the channel, the better for the channel. The more likes we get, the better for the channel as well. So if you're watching, please hit that like button for us, and I appreciate that. Ramai says Ryan Gravenberch impressed.
Uh-huh.
He says Ryan Gravenberch and Dominic made a playground in the center of Old Trafford. Yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? If people watch back the game, they'll see that. You know what I mean? Because what I liked about Ryan Gravenberch, I don't know about you guys here, is his close control. You know what I mean? The way he manipulates people when he's got the ball. Like as soon as the first goal that was disallowed, if you look at the Van Dijk pass, the way he maneuvered the ball and his body, they
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
get to him. They couldn't get to him. Innit,
yeah,
JK? They couldn't get to him.
yeah. That's what I mean about using your brain in football. Like Gundogan, for example, not the
Yeah.
fastest, not the toughest, but
Mhm.
brain-wise up there. So he can just do one little body movement and it will open up everything. That's what Gravenberch did really well yesterday. Like in the way his body opened up passages for him.
Yeah. 100%. Richard says, hi, Fozzy, JK, chat. How are you all doing? Assalamu alaikum. Please accept my apology regarding these issues with Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. Please, God, accept my apology. Beautiful,
Bless,
beautiful statement, bro.
bless
Beautiful
Richard.
statement.
But you're not
Yeah,
responsible for other people's actions.
exactly, brother. Man United 0, Liverpool 3, Diaz 2, and Salah. I did say that. I did say that when I had
I went
Nuruddin
2
on
0
here.
I went 2
Huh?
0 yesterday.
Me too. Me too. But I
Yeah.
think when I was doing I don't know what it was. It's a preview or something. I was doing something on my own, and Beijing Barnes said to me, 3-0, and then I said, "Okay, you persuade me, 3-0."
Yeah. Same
Yeah.
as Brian and Frank. They both got 3-0s. So I was
Yeah.
thinking, 3-0 away? Yeah, could be. But 2-0 was like. But it was good to see Chiesa in the
Yeah.
crowd with his wife to get the atmosphere of what it's like to play in the Premier League at Old Trafford. Like at the start of the game, all that energy and aggression by their fans. So he's thinking, oh, okay, it's like this here then. You know what I mean? So it was perfect for them when we won 3-0 and he was watching the goals. You could just see his smile coming and he enjoyed it, man. So for me, perfect game for him to settle in.
Mate, like it's like a kid in the playground when you watch him in it. Chiesa.
Yeah,
Like I've never seen a guy so happy being at Liverpool
bro.
for a while, mate. That smile, man, you
Can't
just can't take
believe
it off
it.
his face.
Yeah, man. Every time I see his face, he's just smiling, bro. I'm
Smiling,
like,
bro.
yo. What way did this guy
I said,
have?
I wish I knew this guy years ago. I really wish I knew him years ago. What I'm watching, man,
Uh-huh.
it's crazy, bro.
I'm
I'm glad he
thinking,
joined us now. I'm really glad.
yeah,
I don't know about
I'm
you.
happy. You know why, bro? Because, for example, we got Champions League first game AC Milan. I
No,
like
Real
AC
Madrid, Real
Milan, they're
Madrid,
my
Real Madrid.
team, but his influence in the changing rooms about the Italian way of football,
Mm,
he'll give you tips, like that
yeah.
European sort of football, Champions League games. So I'm
Mm,
looking at him to be involved in that more than domestic football, like the Premier League and stuff. So I'm
yeah,
seeing him
yeah.
for Champions League games. I want him to be settled in for them.
100%, bro. Chiesa, Nunes got the work cut off to get into the first 11. We need DM and centre back. Of course, we need them, but the transfer
Mhm.
window is closed, so I can't even talk about transfers anymore. I think I'm done with that
Oh,
side
oh,
of
bro.
football.
This
Huh?
window is probably the worst ever. The window we just had.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, bro. Like like when you know, JK, you know what the saddest thing is, brother. You know you can challenge for the title, but you can't because
Yeah,
the strength and depth ain't there. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So we're basically living on hope now that the players don't get injured. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's true, but like when I look at the midfield, we got the set three there now. Yeah, we've
Mm.
got Gravenberch, McAllister, Sabotolo, and then on the other hand, we've got Endo, Jones, Elliot, Chiesa. Um, who else is there, bro? So we've
What
got
the attack?
no, just in general, like the attack, we got two. We got
Nunes, we've got
Gakpo
Nunes
and
as well.
Darwin.
We've got
We got
Nunes, we've got Harvey Elliott, we've got Curtis Jones.
yeah,
Tyler Morton stayed in it, ended up
yeah.
staying. So this is what we got. You know what I
So
mean?
we got them team. They've got them players, like for the Carabao Cup and FA Cup and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Tyler Morton, for example.
And Kelleher as
Uh,
well.
so we need that like
Joe
two.
Gomez. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Gomez as well. So he can play right, left back.
Mhm.
So we've got them. So I'm happy Gomez actually didn't go. But have you
Yeah.
noticed Gomez has had a lot of sort of rest now?
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't play because he played a lot of games last season.
Yeah.
So Gomez hasn't been involved this season. He's been on the bench, yeah. But he should be ready after the international break now to be sort of maybe get involved a bit more.
I think like the. I think he will get more games than people think. I honestly think that, bro, because a lot of people had the doubts about him.
Mm-hmm.
He had doubts about himself not getting enough games. That's why he probably wanted to go to another team. I
Mm-hmm.
think you get more games. The
Yeah,
amount considering last season we wasn't even in the Champions League, and look how many games he got last season. So
exactly, bro.
this season, like how many games are we going to play? You know what I mean? So you've got more time. People forget, with Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez was the partner for Van Dijk when we won the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
people need to understand that. So he's quality. He's a Premier League winner. I mean,
But
so
bro, imagine Gomez wasn't with us last season.
oh,
We might not even got top four, bro.
exactly.
I'm,
Spot
I'm
on.
telling you now, because like
He
for me,
was one of the best players. People forget that he
he
was one
was.
of the best players.
Yeah.
Rise of the Phoenix, Diaz at OT. Spot on,
Arizona.
Gene. Spot on, man. Let me get Anton on there. I'll put 2-2. You're a doubter, Anton. You're always a doubter, mate. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. Anton says Ryan Gravenberch was so impressive. I was impressed, bro. But I'm not gonna put him in a position that's awkward. If you know what I mean, guys. He's not a DM. We know that. There will be tough moments during the season. If you know what I mean. It looks good so far. How long can it go on for? That's the next step. So we have to wait and see.
But quickly about we were playing away. We weren't playing at home.
Yeah.
Hence, like imagine normally a manager would say, you know what, I'm gonna play Endo instead of Gravenberch. Just because we're playing away from home and we come under the caution stuff. But this guy's slot thought, you know what, I ain't gonna play Endo. I'm gonna play Gravenberch. So he was already sort of got it in his head. I'm gonna play attacking football.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to see. He wasn't.
I'm gonna talk about him at the end. To be fair, I'm gonna talk about it at the end slot. We should do. I think we should pay our respect to that guy because I don't think he gets enough respect. So you can see the league, guys. Liverpool are top with Man City, same points, same difference, whatever they call it. So we played 3, 1-3, and 9 points each, 7 GD. So yeah, well, good. If we scored one more, we would have been top. I mean, and then after international break, it would have been great if we won a game against Nottingham Forest and scored more goals. Yeah, but City's gonna. You know what's frightening? City never start like this during the season. You know that they start slow normally, but now like they started like us. So that is frightening.
Yeah,
I'm
but for me,
hoping
bro, they're one injury away from
they haven't got the strength
stopping
and
them.
depth. They haven't got the strength and depth. You're
They
right,
haven't, bro.
100%.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because you know what's funny, bro. For a team that's innocent, yeah, why aren't you spending like you normally do? You get me? You get what I'm saying? I mean, you're telling us you're innocent. So why aren't you spending the money like you normally do then? Why don't you buy all these big players like you used to before when you were supposedly innocent? It's bullshit, bro. They know they're not innocent. They know they're gonna get done. They know they have to get done.
That's why they got the 82 million for Alvarez.
There you go, bro.
That's going straight into the bank and to take care of any. That was done pretty late on in the transfer window, but it was always like they had 3-4 weeks to get another player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm surprised they didn't go and get another striker. Just
no, bro. They're law-abiding citizens now, bro. I mean, that's what they are now, bro. You know what I mean? They're playing by the books. You know what I mean? We've been hearing, they're innocent, but they're not spending like they used to anymore. Strange, that, isn't it? Strange. If you had a choice with Salah, giving him a contract, how long would you give him for?
I'll give him 2 plus the extra 1 if he wanted it. I'll go with that. Yeah. Okay. Because like for me, look how good he's looking this season. So he's still got energy. So he can play 2 years minimum for me.
Yeah.
Extra. Actually it'll be 3 including this one. So
he's always fit in. He's always in the gym. He's always taking care of himself. Like what people need to understand here. This, in the modern era, 30-year-olds, 32-year-olds, 33-year-olds are different to the 80s and the 90s. They don't eat steak before games and things like that. You know what I mean? They don't go to the bar before the game and things like that. These guys are fitness fanatics. You know what I mean? So they could go on for a long time. That's why some players have reached 40, 41 and beyond that, to still play football. So with Salah, I'm not saying he's going to stay that long, but if he does this performance in this high level he's doing right now, consistently, what he always does, why not a year extension every time? Just on performances. Do you get what I'm saying, JK? Just on performances, give him a year extra. You can see the way he was talking the other day. He loves Liverpool Football Club.
He does.
And he said that I want to be a legend over here that they won't forget. I mean, he's gonna. Unfortunately for Stevie Highways, running down the wing and all these great players, Salah has to be in the question of being in their team now. They might have to miss out. That's how good this guy's been. I've never seen a Liverpool player who plays in the right wing come back with the goals he does. You know what I mean, and the creativity that he does consistently. JK, it's not like he skips anything. This is consistent, bro.
Yeah, man. And he had like 2 months of injury in his whole career with Liverpool.
Yeah, and that was last season.
That was last season, bro. So for me, he's a very good example to the younger generations of footballers of how to keep fit and stuff and keep your head right and be strict in certain ways.
Bro.
Simple as,
Exactly, bro.
And I also believe it's a bit of a cliche where fans think when you're 30, 31, you're done, like football-wise. Like, bro, I was playing my best football at 31. I'll tell you the truth. All right, I was like,
I wish I could, but
so it's all about like fitness and your mindset and stuff. So for me, footballers will now, because of the way technology and health and the fitness is, that they can play an extra 10 years, bro. So 41 Pepe, Ronaldo, Messi, like they're late 30s now. So Salah as well, they're getting looked after pretty well as well. You know what I mean?
So like Richard says, footballers eat grass and water now. Yeah, there you go. Milner is playing his 32 season. Sorry, he's 32 this season. Come on, there you go.
Yeah, fitness.
There you go.
So still gets time game.
Yeah. Do you think they should work on the contracts as soon as possible for these 3?
Yeah. I think maybe like at the end of the day, we don't know, but they could be already wrapped up. I said before the window closed, we ain't gonna really buy anyone. Might get one player. We got the goalie, he didn't come until next season, and then we got Chiesa, and I thought, okay, the contracts are going to be the signing us fans have been waiting for. Oh, we're going to be happy with the 3 contracts sorted out. So I'm still waiting.
Spot
so,
on.
so I'm still waiting.
We'll move on to the manager to end it, guys. I don't know if I asked you, JK, about him, to be fair. It's been 3 games. It's been great preseason. We lost 1 game in the preseason, Preston in the first one. So far, what have you noticed about Arne Slot, bro?
What I noticed about him, he's a serious guy. He's got his own sort of mindset. I just wish his media skills were a little bit better for me. He don't come across as a friendly guy.
No.
If you understand my point. Where Jurgen, you can meet him straight away, you hug the guy straight away. Where Arne, you probably give your hand and shake hands with him. You know what I mean? Bit of a difference there. Maybe there's a
he's like a Ferguson, isn't he? You know, he's like a intimidating kind of thing, isn't it? Don't mess with me, like don't F with me kind of attitude.
Yeah, he's got that sort of attitude, you know. But for me, fair play to him. You know, he's doing all right so far. I think us guys, a lot of the Liverpool fans didn't know the guy.
No.
So if he spent,
you can't blame us for that, can you? Really, you can't blame us for that.
You can't.
You don't know someone. What can you do?
You know, it's like if you have an arranged marriage, you're gonna get the girl and the boy's family first before, you know what I mean, before you say, okay, let's get married and stuff. So it's like with football. You like at the start, we'll see and this and that. I think if you was really interested in Dutch football and you've watched his teams play Alkmaar, AK, Feyenoord, then you could say, I know him. He plays like this. He does this, that. So he's won a league title there. So okay, he's a bit of a serious guy. I just wish his media skills. He don't give too many secrets away training wise. You know, like just tactics and stuff like that. Just to be a bit sharp in that way where he realizes he's in England now. And England, they love jumping on you, especially if you're a Liverpool manager, at anything. So I hope he just realizes that side of the football world in England.
Yeah.
But other than that, fair play to him.
Yeah, I like him. I really like him, bro. I've always said that don't expect everybody to be like Klopp. Klopp is a one-off, you know what I mean? And don't everyone expect, like to him to be everyone's dad. Klopp was everyone's dad, you know what I mean? And sometimes you got to be that strict manager. You don't take anything, bullshit from the press. You don't take any bullshit from your players. You got to have that attitude in order for you to succeed. You know what I mean? And this is what he's got. He's not here to babysit people. I'm sorry, people. I know. Like everybody wants that, but he's not here for that. You know what I mean? That's why I said that. Like the likes of Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott, they better start stepping up now. If they don't step up right now, they're gonna be, asking for another move. If you know what I mean. So, that guy who used to protect them, that guy that used to be for them, there when they needed him the most, is no longer there now. So now you either have to step up, or you move on. That's what it is now, and this is what I like about this era. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us didn't know who he was. When people ask me, I said, "Who the hell is Arne Slot?" I mean, I wouldn't even have him in my top 10. Forget about top 5, top 10. If someone asked me to look for a manager before I knew him, you know what I mean? So what I see is a guy who knows what he wants and is willing to get there. Do you know what I mean? He will get there eventually. That's what I see so far of him. And not only that, what I like about him, I don't know if you like about him, JK. He's willing to play the way the players used to play before to get to his type of football eventually. Because I've seen people come into football teams like Moyes came to Man United, try to rip up everything straight away. You know what I mean? The identity of Ferguson and everything that the club stands for, to put his own way, and look how that turned out. But with him, he's willing to play the Klopp way in order for him to get his way of playing eventually. And I love that about him. We're still playing the Klopp way, but we're more in control now. We're more calmer on the ball. We're more passing better than usual. You know what I mean? And the players that used to hold on to the ball more no longer do that. They pass the ball off straight away. Hence why we counter-attack quick. Hence why we create more chances than we did before as well. If you look at the games that we play, I've sat through halves with Jurgen Klopp's team. We haven't even created chances, bro, in the first half. You know what I mean? But now we're creating chances on a regular basis, and this is what I like about this team so far. Yes, it's too early, people. We're jumping the gun. I agree with you, but if something is looking good and we're winning our battles on the pitch, that we didn't used to before. Why can't we talk about it? You know what I mean, JK?
That's true. Like for me, exactly what you said. Like even him, Slot in his interview yesterday after the game, he was like, "Yeah, we press up high like Jurgen." So he's kept the basis of the team.
Mm,
I just wondered if he was at Chelsea, for example,
yeah,
would they have spent like 150 million, like, so he could spend it on his players straight away? Where, yeah, fair enough. Slot, what I liked about him, he didn't tear up the squad completely. Okay, we got rid of some youth players, like younger players and stuff.
yeah.
But he didn't rip it up. Yeah, it's for FSG. It was the better option because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
That he didn't do that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, look at our squad, bro. Like the first 11 yesterday,
Yeah.
all big time. You know, all top players. Front three, middle three, and the back four, all top class. So he didn't have to really buy anyone. We just wanted a few little extra players,
Yeah.
like a number 6, just to keep, like, we got a big season coming up, so many
Yeah.
games, and that's why I needed 1 or 2 more players. You know, that was it. But he didn't really rip everything apart and
No.
went on a mad one, so that was good.
Yeah. And not only that, bro. What I like about him is showing tough love to some players, isn't he? He's not hugging them and, you know, you're gonna play the next game, son. Don't worry about it, son. You know what I mean? He's not doing that. Tough love. You gotta fight for your position. You know what I mean? And this is what I like about him. I really like that. Richard says, Arnie Slot, game management, communication, head coach skills is important factor. 100%, bro. 150%, man. We've gone over the time I usually do because it's been entertaining. You know, I've got my man JK here. He's always, you know, talking sense, and, you know, I love his point of view. If you know what I mean,
Slot's birthday is the day before mine.
mate, he's the same. Believe it or not, people, Slot is the same age as me. I can't believe it. I mean, how can he be the same age as me? Like, it's weird. It's strange.
How old is
Slot,
he? 40...
45 like me.
45. So he'll be 46 September. The day the AC Milan game is.
I should
Champions
be a
League.
coach. I should be a coach, bro. Slot is calm, good football, know how, 100%, 100%. As AS is earning my respect, Arnie Slot is earning my respect. I knew nothing of him. I didn't see anything to go on pre-season, but it's all about the game and result. And we are looking good. 8 out of 10 so far. I like it. Well done, Gene. Well done. Jean is one of the best chat I've seen, mate. Like,
oh, she's blessed.
She's killing it, mate. I mean,
top.
I don't normally see on my channel, like, but obviously I know who Jean is. I mean, but I'm saying in the chat, but she's smashing it, bro. Honestly, Slot can see where we are lacking and giving us a solution. I love it. Yes, Jean, you're spot on, 100% spot on. JK, when are you guys on next, bro?
Tonight with 12 man. Just reviewing the game yesterday and stuff, and then tomorrow with Frank.
Yeah.
So
okay, man.
You can join us.
Tomorrow I'll be free. I'm gonna go to work today. I'll be free for you guys tomorrow, no problem.
Where you Liverpool top, yeah?
Yeah. I always do, don't I?
Yeah.
Thank you, gents and chat. A great stream. Have a brilliant day. Big up, Gene. Big up, JK. Thank you for coming on, bro. Because all I have to do with you is like give you a call, give you a text, and you always come through, bro. Thank you, brother, man.
No worries, bro.
I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Take care, bro.
Take care. All right, people. That's us done. Please, do the usual, like, share, and subscribe. If you're on other streams, if we're streaming in other, obviously, social media such as Twitch, Twitter, X now, Instagram, and Facebook. Move over to the YouTube channel, subscribe, because that's where we're going to be streaming on a regular basis. We'll no longer be streaming on those other platforms. We're going to do the chat shows. The chat shows will be back on a regular during the week. On Tuesday, tomorrow after Frank's show, I should be doing a panel chat show, or it might not be tomorrow. It could be Wednesday, just to talk about the weekend, obviously with the group, and about Liverpool's performances as well. It's international football, isn't it? But I might do something like along the videos of watching great players. So I might start with Ronaldinho and then move on from there, go to other places, if you know what I mean, people. So please tune into the channel, like, share, and subscribe. Scottish. What can I do, bro? I'm leaving now, man. I was hurt you guys haven't been here today, but I'll be with Frank tomorrow, hopefully. So please go to Frank's channel tomorrow, and I'll be back hopefully on Wednesday with a panel as well. I don't know if I'm going to do anything tomorrow. If something comes up, I will actually, because I wrote a lot of stuff, so I might do something tomorrow, 12 or 2:30. I might. I don't know. Big up, Scottish Bear, brother. Thank you for coming on. All right, people, that's me done. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.